Hello, Ed Harris here, Mr. Sunny South Florida, and I'm here with my grandson. Say hello. 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 All right. And folks, I'm here today. We set everything back up. Here today to talk to you about a touchy subject. This is about your corporate world job that you attend and what they're all about. I'm gonna go over some points. Might be some nuggets where you might have some aha moments. I'm gonna go over some points where you're gonna have a moment of, wow, I remember that. And the thing is, after I get through touching on these points and these subjects, I want to know, what are you gonna do about it? First, I'd like to start off by saying, I did the corporate world. I was a corporate world slave for 25 years, but I always had an entrepreneurship mentality. What I want to touch on you today is about how much you put in, that's not what you get out. Why I say that, folks, I said that to say this. If you're 20 plus years old right now and you have kids, it's not about you. It's about those kids. And how are you going to leave a legacy for those kids in the corporate world? How are you going to leave a legacy for those kids when you're working in the corporate world making someone else rich? See, even if you do make it 30 years, like I know a lot of people in my family who've done that same thing, and right now I still help them out. They work 30 years, I still help them out. Think about that. Then this next subject, I want to talk about a friend of mine named Marilyn, who gave her blood, sweat, and tears to the same healthcare entity that I work. Marilyn was the type of person, no matter what was going on around, when she came in that circle and she left, everyone had a smile on their face. She was bubbly, energetic. She kept the morale going. She was almost, I used to tell her, she was my job wife. But she was just like me. I told her she's just the opposite, but she's just a female version of myself. Because I always believe, it's in the Bible, never let them steal your joy. No matter what is going on around you, always give word of encouragement or keep someone's morale up or just give someone an ear to listen to. One day I was making my rounds, I was in the management field. I saw something from the corner of my eye that disturbed me, but I had to make my rounds because I was routine with it, making sure everybody was in place and the morale was up, and you know, where could I help out or what can I do to make it better, that type of thing. And I did that from the heart, folks. I didn't do that because someone told me this is what I'm about. Anyway, as I got closer to that point, that object that disturbed me, it was Marilyn. Marilyn was in a wheelchair. Marilyn was trying to do a job sitting in the wheelchair. She worked in the sterilization department. I saw that as very disturbing because Marilyn was a 28-year vet. She put in 28 years in this entity, won all the awards, had the plaques, and in the healthcare world, those awards netted her 2 and 4 hours off, maybe parking in the front of the building for a week. Wow. 28 years, folks. When I spoke to Marilyn and asked her what is she doing here in the wheelchair, she had told me that her time expired. They give you sick time and vacation time. And both of those times had lapsed because she was diagnosed with cancer. And I'm not saying, you know, when that happened, you know, somebody owe you something, because we have no plan and we have no time plan or set date on this earth. We never know what's going to happen, when is it going to happen, and how is it going to happen. But what I'm saying is, I think it should have been handled a little better than it was. Because see, my philosophy anyway is the government, health care, all that stuff right now is a ripoff, because if I paid 28 years worth of insurance and I never use it up until 1 year, shouldn't that leave me with 27 more years worth of insurance? That's just me, in my opinion. But anyway, Marilyn was diagnosed with cancer. She used up all her time. I gathered up some troops. We all put in time out of our time bucket to help her, you know, have that time back a little bit. But folks, I saw that as a tragedy. That was very tragic for me. I had no words. Me and Marilyn, like I said, we mirror image each other. I had no words to tell her to make her feel, you know, bubbly again, because it weighed too heavy on my heart, folks. The corporate world, folks, you're just a number. Only difference between the corporate world and the prison system is you get to go home and see your loved ones for a little while, and you come right back to do the same thing over and over again, which is insane. You're an adult. People still telling you what to do, when to do it, how to do it. Your mind is on a time clock. You're speeding because you have to get to a certain destination, whether it's rain, sleet, or snow. You're waking up when your body is not saying it's ready to go. How long will you continue to be insane? How long will you keep building someone else's legacy and not focusing on your own? What will you have to leave your kids? How will you leave your kids? Another time, my wife's uncle passed, and I thought this was another touchy subject. You really get 3 days, 3 to 5 days, according where the person is on your family member. But her uncle passed, folks. She was supposed to get 3 days off. I was there. I heard my wife. Then she had to call in, then call back again to speak to her manager. She asked to be off because she's one of the youngest in her family, and a lot of them are from out of town. So she had to make sure everybody got in safe, prepared. For her manager to tell her, do she need the whole day? And it's a lot of work at the job. Folks, family, job. But in this case, it was job and family. And at the end of the day, all you have is family. So I ask again, how long will you continue to build on your job's legacy and make that entity rich and leave your family to suffer when you expire? Listen, folks, Jesus and his disciples were marketers. How can you not follow that? It's in the Bible. Again, Ed Harris here, Mr. Sunny South Florida, just bringing you more helpful tips on the corporate world slave mentality versus marketing. I hope you're getting it. Until next time.